Hi guys, first I apologise for my webcam not being the best. The microphone's not brilliant, so you've got to have to really listen out to what I've got to say. Recently I've been doing videos on anxiety and panic attacks. I know I've done quite a few and I've probably said enough about the topic and you might be getting bored of it, especially those that don't know what it really is, and especially for those that don't have it, anxiety. But to the people that have, they just desperately want some help and they want to hear other people have the same disorder, because they know how scary it is and it's like a scream for help. I'm going to a place called Gateway Team today at 3 o'clock and I'm very nervous about it. Very nervous. I have to catch a bus as well, so I've got to think about that. And also, if everyone gets on the bus, like if the bus becomes very busy, I start to sort of have many panic attacks, but I can hold them in, like I won't show it, like I'm having one. Like I can hide a panic attack quite simply, even though I really struggle inside to cope with it. But with panic attacks, they usually last around 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes less, sometimes a bit more. It depends how panicky you actually are. But to calm yourself down is just to reassure yourself that you're going to be fine. If you're like feeling a bit trapped, just get some fresh air. If you're ever in transport suffering with a panic attack, it always does help sometimes, because when you're panicking you lack oxygen, and your carbon dioxide levels aren't balanced with your oxygen levels, so your breathing becomes a bit messed up. Now I've suffered since the age of 18, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly how they feel, I know exactly how scary they feel, and it can get to the point where you feel like you're dying all the time, because the anxiety is so bad, and you feel different in yourself, like you're someone else in a sense. If you get the like derealisation things, with extreme anxiety you can usually get that. With mild anxiety you usually don't feel that. But the derealisation is where you feel like you're coming out your body, sort of thing, like you're looking at someone else, you're not in you, which is very freaky feeling, and it's very uncomfortable, and that's what's the most scariest thing about anxiety sometimes. Plus the weakness and the faintness, because it makes you feel like you can't go out, because it's just so disabling and you feel like you're actually ill but you're really not. You're tricking yourself into feeling you're ill when you're really not. And also with anxiety it might make you feel like you're going cuckoo, because with anxiety you can get symptoms like foot tapping, like little quirks, like foot tapping, leg shaking, biting of the lip or something. It might be chewing your fingernails. These are quite common when people are nervous anyway, especially with girls. They usually twiddle their hair like this, round and round. Everyone has their different like sort of quirks and habits. So this Gateway Team, hopefully I'd find it helpful. It's not the first time I've been, it's just in a different location. I've been to Gateway Team before. They specialise, if you don't know, in people with depression, anxiety, OCD, loads of different phobias, guys, and they basically change the way you think. I mean, I always think negatively and it doesn't get me nowhere at all. It just makes me feel really rubbish. When I'm feeling negative I usually get very emotional. It's almost like being depressed. It's like you're trapped and you can't get out of that hole. It's really horrible, and you look at everyone else and you think, why can't I be like them, happy and talkative and that? But when you're like anxious you don't really want to talk, you just sat there just feeling the nerves, and coping with the nerves is hard. But the best thing to do, guys, is to look at anxiety in a positive way instead of a in a nasty way. You got to think of anxiety, it's just a feeling, it's emotions, it's nothing physically that's going to harm you. You have no serious health issues. If you're really that scared, go to the doctor to get checked over. You should be absolutely fine, because most people who suffer with panic attacks usually have more panic attacks. They don't just get their first, they get loads. Sometimes they can have panic disorders where they have them all the time. They just come out of the blue sometimes, or sometimes it's stress related. I'm no doctor, but I sort of have some understanding of what they are and how they feel and everything, because most people get the ambulance out to see because they think they're having a heart attack. It can be that frightening to feel, but it's not physically going to harm you. But the best way to calm yourself down is to reassure yourself that you're going to be fine. take some slow deep breaths. Make sure you're not breathing from your chest, because your chest should hardly move, your belly should be doing all that work. Tips on how to like stop a panic attack is just to calm yourself down straight away. That can stop a panic attack quickly. And your breathing, because sometimes people just get messed up breathing anyway, and that can actually cause anxiety. Trying to think some things to avoid caffeine, because caffeine contributes to panic and anxiety. Things like tea, chocolate, even because chocolate has some caffeine in it. You've got tea, coffee and everything like that. Also fizzy drinks have a lot of sugar in them. They can contribute to panic and anxiety, so avoid them as much as you can. It doesn't mean to say you love Coca-Cola. Doesn't mean to say completely stop drinking it, just don't drink it as much. When you're on a panic attack, don't calm yourself out with fizzy colas and stuff, it's just going to make it worse. Tips on how to help are things like sipping water, like really cold fresh water, say from the fridge. Put loads of ice cubes in it. Calm yourself down. Take hot baths if you've got really tense muscles. If not hot bath, maybe a cold bath, because you might be feeling hot from anxiety. Because with anxiety it can give you all these funny sensations of hot and cold flushes, like you're generally feeling really ill. And it's sometimes worse than just feeling a bit ill. It can be more frightening than that. Some people get headaches and they think they've got a brain tumour. Some people just think, oh, I might have cancer, I might die. Some people have just really bad health fears, like I'm one for having that. And living with that is very scary. So don't leave anxiety untreated, guys. Don't think, oh, I'm going to treat it myself, because seriously, it is really hard to treat yourself. Get some help with cognitive behavioural therapists. They're the professionals. You might be thinking, what's wrong with me? I'm going cuckoo. You're not going cuckoo. All it is just you're very extra sensitive and you're getting these funny sensations because you just fear a bit more than others, you worry more than others, you stress more than others, you can't relax as much. So getting help can really be a good benefit for you guys. You might think it really will help you, but you need sessions and sessions of help. You can't just go to one session and just like completely leave it, because that's not going to get you anywhere. You'll just forget about the session, you'll just go back to negativity, getting anxious all the time. So you need to really help yourself, guys. As hard as it is, getting out of bed for some people with anxiety can feel impossible. I've been there, done that. It feels very depressing. All you think is fear. Pacing up and down is very common for anxiety as well. Some people wonder what anxiety is. It's basically getting so worried all the time that it builds up to panic attacks and just generally feeling fatigue and ill all the time. You got to think what comes first, guys. What comes first? Okay, is it your anxiety thoughts or your anxiety symptoms? Obviously the anxious thoughts come first to create the symptoms, so you're creating them in your head. Now don't punish yourself for doing that. You're just really creative, guys. You're just very imaginative. Usually people with panic attacks suffer more, women suffer more than men, not always though. But another thing with panic attacks is they think that people with panic attacks are more intelligent, because you're thinking all the time, you're creating things in your head, you're convincing yourself something bad's going to happen. So that's how powerful your brain can be. It can convince you anything. It tricks you into danger. It's not real danger there, so you can't see danger present. You're just sat in your house, but you're fearing something that might happen in your head, or it could happen, or it will happen. See, and it's getting you all scared and all on edge, and it can make you feel like you want to stay indoors all the time, and that can become very isolating. So don't leave anxiety untreated. Get some help for it. Medication can help in the long run. I mean, taking it over like 6 weeks, you might start to feel much better in yourself. Personally, I didn't find it helped. I just had loads of side effects and gave up, which is a bit bad of me. But I find that maybe talking to a counsellor and professionals could help me better. I mean, even a professional might recommend me medication, I don't know. Also guys, quickly, this video's gone on for ages and hopefully you can hear me well. Sorry for talking fast. I don't want the video to continue too long because sometimes it doesn't let me upload it. Another thing, you can buy from your chemists or any like store like Sainsbury's might have a little health unit in it. You can buy something called the Rescue Remedy. You can take day and night. You can also get gum sweets for it as well. So all it is nothing chemicals. All it is herbs, and these herbs help you calm your nerves a bit. You just dab a little bit on your tongue, and you do this as much times of the day you want. You only get it in a little bottle, and it's not that expensive either. So go for that. And you can get a day and night one as well. It's just like this liquidy stuff you put on your tongue. It's just, all it is herbs, and it smells nice actually. All it is herbs, and just calms your nerves down. I took it 2 years ago and found it really helped with my anxiety, but my anxiety was pretty mild, so I can cope without it then. But ever since I've hit the age of 20, my hormones have gone everywhere, and I've been thinking this and that's going to happen. It's been frightening me like heck. So that's why I decided to get help. Guys, don't sit there and think there's no help, because if you think there's no help, you won't cope. You just got to go out there and do it, as scared as you feel. Feel the fear, as they say. You can get help by going to the library, by getting like self-help books, like Fear of Fear books. Feel the fear. Don't let it go. Let it stay with you, okay? Because if you suffer today, you might suffer tomorrow, and you just got to think, yeah, I'm just coping with it. This is how I deal with it. This is how I beat anxiety. By just putting up with it, sort of thing. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. And just get some help for yourself, guys. I wish you all the best of luck. Any questions, please comment below, or inbox me if I can find my inbox messages. I don't know, because I think YouTube's a total different layout to where I used to have it when I had my old account. But seriously guys, yeah, get some help for yourselves and you'll be absolutely fine. Don't leave it untreated, because you want to be happy in life. You don't want to be sad all the time. So best of luck, guys. Take care.